Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, the phone rang and everything happens, and just as I'm about to go live, but it was just my family checking up on me and seeing if I was okay. So, not criticising them for that. Okay. Somebody's already liked it. Is this Pamela? Good morning, Pamela. I knew it was you. You're always first with that thumbs up. Hello, Shoshana. It was stinging last night, and I was feeling sick because the antibiotics are making me feel. So it was stinging last night, but I managed to get a really good sleep. Hi, Linda. And how are you, Linda? Never mind about me. Linda has been in hospital. I'm just being a wuss. And here's Jack to say hello. Say get well soon to Linda. She's got a poorly foot like me.
Get well
what have you got round your face?
I don't know. I just saw it in the camera. I think it's...
You've got to do that video this weekend, Jack.
Then you've got to do that video.
Yeah, but for Mother's Day, it'd be good if you did it this weekend. We'll do it soon. Oh, that's fine. That's great.
It's still on my face. Oh my gosh, I've got to use the mirror.
Right, so I thought today, because I'm still a bit ugh, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a really simple kind of glowy look. Really simple. And I'm going to use, and I'm sorry if this might annoy people because it's no longer available. But I can come up with some alternatives, I'm sure. But I thought I just fancied using my instant look in a palette, Natural Beauty, which is this one, to just make me look a bit more human and nothing too over the top. And sometimes, you know, I think if you're unwell...
Okay, that is better.
That's better. Yes, definitely better. Did you use your wipes that I got you?
No.
You should have done. They're over there.
Oh.
Sometimes if you're not well and you put on too much makeup, it just looks like camouflage. And actually, you're better just trying to make yourself look human. That's not annoying. I'll be thrilled to see it. I'm frustrated that I never got it. Okay. It's sort of one of those palettes that you think, can't really tell that you've got that much on, but you can. And now, I tell you, when I had this palette and I used it a lot. When about... Would it be 2 years ago now you were in hospital, Jack?
2 years ago?
Yeah, it was. It would. It wasn't last year, was it? No, it was 2 years.
3 years ago, since it's past February.
Was it 3? Are you sure?
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
It was in 2017.
Okay, well.
And we went.
Yeah, that's 2 years ago. That's 2 years ago.
No, it isn't.
Anyway, 2 or 3 years ago.
2016.
Okay, 3 years ago, Jack was in hospital having his foot done because he's had a problem with his foot since he was born, and he had to have surgery.
Yeah,
so we were in Great Ormond Street, and I took this with me, so that I didn't sort of look all glammed up, but I kind of just, you know, got up in the morning and I could just look a little bit more, you know, a little bit more normal, not just bare skin. That's what I mean. It's sort of, it's a no makeup. Okay, now before I start, I had some skincare feedback. Actually, Jack, could you get me that white? Yes, please. Thank you. Don't worry, that was going to happen. It's been happening all the time. Let me just... And it won't break. What are you doing? Oh, you're wearing your merch again. So I've got some skincare updates. I'm going to put this on. This is the Dr. Sam's Daily Sunscreen, and I am loving it. The reason I'm loving it is that it is a mineral sunscreen, i.e. it's got zinc oxide in it, but it doesn't make me look grey and pale. The problem with the ordinary one is it's very good sunscreen and it's only £5, but it makes you look really pale. And actually the 3 pumps didn't surprise me, because that is about how much I normally put on. The pumps, I thought the pumps were going to be really massive amount of product, but actually they are about how much I put on. But what's really good about this is it delivers measured pumps. So it tells you to use 3 pumps, and you know that you put enough on. Now, it's not exactly cheap. It was £29. And I'm going to be intrigued as to how long this will last. But it's really good, and you're going to see me applying it in a minute. Now, another thing I got a sample of recently, which I really like, and I have a feeling I should have checked out how much it is this Veneffect anti-aging eye treatment. I find it's really moisturising under the eyes, and I'm hoping there's a little bit, I can squeeze a little bit out of that sachet. If not, I'll use Charlotte's. So I'm going to use that. Now, this I do not recommend, and I'll tell you why. It's a very good product. Bioderma White Objective, and you know that I've recommended this before because Dr. Sam Bunting recommended it before. Now, it is a good product, and I kind of recommend it, but I don't. If you're a sort of person that buys skincare and you use it every day until you use it up, then buy this. If you rotate your products and you think, I don't need that today, I'm going to use this, don't buy this product. I put this on my skin yesterday, and the last couple of weeks I thought it smelt funny. And then yesterday I put it on my skin and I thought, I'm not going to put that on anymore. It smells like ammonia. It smells like, you know, when you perm your hair. He's making me laugh. When you perm your hair and that ammonia smell. And I thought that shouldn't smell like that, something that I'm putting on my skin. But it really smelled like ammonia. And then I thought, I'm going to chuck it out. And I thought, but really, this should last longer. And then I looked at the back, you know, at the little pot thing, and it says 2 months. 2 months, right? So if you're going to get this, it's very good because you decant the vitamin C straight into it, so the vitamin C is fresh. But unless you're going to use it twice a day, every day, and use it up within 2 months, then don't bother. If I'd known that, I'd have just used it every day until I used it up. But I didn't, and now it smells like perming lotion. So that is going in the bin. Jack, throw it in the bin. I only kept it to show you guys. It is temperamental. And it really stinks of ammonia. It's horrible. Okay, so I am going to do a very sort of naturally glowy look this morning. And Jack, for the first time, he went out for the longest distance he's ever been on his own on Thursday, because he begged me to let him, because he wanted to buy me a Mother's Day present from Marks. And I would let him whisper to you what he's got me, because I like surprises. But I check back my live stream, so I'm not going to do that.
I might but just
tomorrow,
make a quick live stream and say what it is.
Oh, you could do that, because as long as I promise not to check your videos. Do you want to do that afterwards? You can do something on your channel and say to Ali M's Beauty, this is what I got my mum, and I promise I won't look at it. How about that? Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way they can check out your channel. But yeah, I love surprises. So I'm one of those people, I never sneak a peek because I love surprises. But yeah, he went out and he went into Marks and Spencer's with his own money. His dad gave it him back, I think. And,
yeah, he gave me £40.
You spent 40 quid on me.
Not I spent 70. I spent 70.
It's not what you spend on me, darling.
£17.
Don't tell me how much you spent on me anyway. You're not supposed to know how much it costs. But it's lovely of you, and I love you to bits. Come here, cheek. Mwah. Love you. Right, let's get going. Hi, Jack. They're all saying hi to you. Let's see. So let me see. So, morning, Robin. Morning, Shoshana. Morning, Robin. Oh, I'm saying morning to you twice, Robin. Morning, Helena. And morning, Nancy. Right, so I am going to put some moisturiser on. I'm going to put this Veneffect. Happy Mother's Day to all mums in England.
It's a day early.
Yes, well, that's all right. So I'm just going to put some of this Veneffect. It does feel lovely. I bet you it's really expensive. Now, I went on to Cult Beauty this morning because I had this real disaster with this delivery guy that had left and it wasn't delivered and everything else. Long story.
And then I got the guy to come here.
Yeah, and they kept saying that they tried to deliver it and I was out. And I said I've been in all week. And Cult Beauty was saying...
they were lying.
Have you got... No, Cult Beauty was saying, oh, have they got your address right? Is your intercom difficult to get into? We put Post-it notes down and everything else. And eventually it arrived. And the guy, I don't know, darling, it's just where it's scratched. Shh, let me carry on, darling. So otherwise I'll lose my train of thought like you did last night. And so eventually the guy turned up and he said, I haven't tried to deliver it to you all week. The guy... Mr. Happy that used to deliver had left his job, and basically they'd given him 2 shifts, and those 2 shifts he couldn't handle, and they have to put something in when they don't manage to deliver it, and the only option they can put in is that the person wasn't in. And when I told that to Cult Beauty, they sent me a discount code. Yay! And apologised. And the discount code was 20%. So I thought this morning, do you know what? I'll go on to Cult Beauty and I'll order that Charlotte Tilbury powder in shade 1.
How much
and
was
get
it?
20% off.
How much was it?
No, wait a minute.
I want to figure out.
No, what, you want to order 20? You want to figure out 20% off?
Yeah. How
I think it was £30, say. It's either 30 or 35. Let's say it was 30.
Okay,
all right, you can work that out. And so I thought I'll get the 20%.
60.
What? 20% off. Take 20% of £30 off.
Yeah, I know. You divide.
No, I didn't order it, right? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Because when I got to the checkout and I put in the code, it said, sorry, but we're not able to apply it to that. So basically, I looked it up. Yes, £6 off. I looked it up and it said, Jack.
Sorry, I'm just saying I accidentally divided it by 100.
That's very good. It's £6 off. So it would have been £24 if it was 30. But, so basically I couldn't get it because there's an exclusion on Charlotte Tilbury products. So they're sorry, but they're not that sorry. The sorry code is, we're sorry, but not on Charlotte Tilbury or Huda or anything else. And I think a sorry code should apply. I know, a sorry code should apply to everything, to be honest. I understand why other codes might be exempt, but if they're saying sorry. So nothing you'd want. No, Huda, Charlotte Tilbury, a lot of really good brands, you don't get 20% off. And certainly not enough to make me go through that whole experience with that awful parcel company again that keep telling me I'm out when I'm in. Right, so I'm going to put some moisturiser on. They have to say sorry for their sorry. Yeah. I wonder if they've got a sorry I wasn't sorry code. Do you think? Oh, that Veen Effect. I bet you it's about 100 quid. It does feel lovely. This gentle, highly effective eye treatment with advanced phytoestrogen technology immediately improves elasticity around the delicate eye area, reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles for a younger looking, brighter appearance. Does anyone... They can give you 90% off if you can't use it anyway. Exactly. Does anyone want to look this up? It's Ven Effect Anti-Aging Eye Treatment. Ven Effect. V-E-N-E. Double F. So it's V-E-N and then Effect. Eye treatment. Anti-aging eye treatment. It feels lovely. And quite a generous sample. 2 mils, which for eye cream is quite good. Jack.
Funny is.
Right. I want to use some magic cream. And that's my night cream. Jack, there's a pot in the bathroom that looks exactly like that. I've put the night cream instead of the day cream. And when you come back, your reward is that you can sniff the night cream. Because he loves the smell. He loves it.
I hear you whispering.
Can you see it? Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
Where's it supposed to be?
It doesn't matter. I've got my Elemis
Where's it supposed to be?
on that little shelf in the bathroom above the sink. I've got my Elemis. £90. Oh, I told you.
What?
I said I love this sample, but I bet you the full size is expensive. And Julianne's just looked it up and it's £90. £90. I knew it. It should be good for that price. I'll treasure that 2 mils. I'll treasure it. Anyway, Pro Collagen Marine Cream, because I saw that Pamela had this. Shall I show you what it's like? I've nearly finished it. And I have been using this until I use it up. It is very good and it feels very smooth on the skin. I was going to put Magic Cream on, but I'll put this on instead. This is lovely. Any recommendations for sunken eyes? I think with sunken eyes, it's more about makeup, isn't it? Rather than skincare. If they're sunken, you're going to see... Jack, please calm down, darling, because I can't concentrate otherwise. You could, come on, show them your toy and then...
Nah, I'm just...
No, go on, show them.
I'm going to do the light here.
Okay, thank you. With sunken eyes, it's more about casting the shadow away. So it's about throwing light again into shadows to get the appearance. I think if you've got sunken eyes, then it's a kind of structural thing that I don't think... I might be wrong because I'm not a skincare... I don't know, darling. Hang on. It's a structural thing that I can't imagine that skincare would do a lot about. It's more about the structure, I would say. What would you guys think? You love Elemis Marine Cream, my favourite, but I'm out of it at the moment. Take a look, Linda. I got this on a today's special value on QVC. Have a look on QVC because they do some sort of special deals every now and again, and they do, 3 interest-free instalments.
Mum. So
you can pay in 3 monthly instalments and not pay any interest. Hey, Mum. Yes.
Why aren't you doing the makeup people told you to do?
I'm not doing the makeup people told me to do.
No, they said do the makeup. A makeup. This one.
I'm not doing that.
I just brought it back for the funny.
Right. Jack, come on. Now go and keep yourself busy because you're distracting me, honey. I love you to bits. Okay, I know it's Mother's Day tomorrow. I should tolerate my son, but he keeps putting me off. I love him to bits, but he distracts me. Right. Now, do you want to put some of this sunscreen on my face then? Right, you have to put 3 pumps into your hand. Are your hands clean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure? Let's have a look. All right, then. You can put some sunscreen on me. Hello, everyone. I've been on YouTube for over an hour and didn't get notified. Oh, I'm sorry, but I will save this at the end. YouTube are terrible for informing people, Leslie. I will save this at the end so you can see the beginning at the end, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry, it's not the same. I've just been gassing anyway and talking a bit about skincare. So, Jack, 3 pumps into your hand. Let's show them. This is how much sunscreen you should be using. Right, 1, 2, 3. That's how much sunscreen you should be using on your face. Right, now, Jack, dot that all over my face so that it's evenly spread around and then rub it in.
So just like...
No, take some with your finger and dot it all around my face so that it's evenly spread. Okay. That's all right. There you go. As he wants to be involved.
So should I spread it now?
And what about my chin?
Oh, yeah.
Bit here. Anywhere where you don't see too many dots. Nose. Got it on my nose? Yeah. Have you still got any left? Right, now rub your hands together. Like that. And then just rub it all into my face, please. I really hope your hands are clean. Mind my eyes, darling. Don't get it in my eyes.
I think I've got it in your hair.
Oh, I don't mind that. Just don't get it in my
Your hair
eyes.
is white.
Jack, mind my eyes.
Okay. Just a sec. Is it blue?
Yeah, it's supposed to look a little bit blue because it deflects the sun, darling. Don't worry.
It looks a bit purple.
Right, thank you, darling. Can I rub it in now for the rest of the time?
Nope.
It's not into the skin yet. And people are going to give up the will to live at this rate. Thank you.
Chubby cheeks.
Oh, yeah, well, who have I given those to?
Me. Turn around.
Okay, thank you. So
you got a bit on your eye.
I can't wait for him to put my makeup on. Right, so you can see that this is absorbed really, really quickly and easily.
My hands now.
Yeah, go on then. Thank you, Jack.
By walking very
I'm just going to put a bit on my neck. It's supposed to put 3 pumps on your neck as well. But as I'm not exposing...
Neck!
No, as I'm not exposing too much neck at the moment, I'll just do 1 pump. Because we want to get on with the makeup. You can see it really sinks in really quickly. Which I love because the ordinary one doesn't. And you look literally grey. So I do love this sunscreen, but I wonder how much it's going to last. So this sunscreen is by Dr. Sam Bunting, who is a dermatologist who practices in London. She has a YouTube channel and she's brought out her own products. It's a zinc oxide, so it's a mineral sunscreen. So for people with hyperpigmentation, it's really good because it doesn't just protect you from UVA and UVB, but natural light. Like people with hyperpigmentation can kind of, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but please go and watch Dr. Sam Bunting. But she said that people with hyperpigmentation react to any kind of light. It doesn't have to be UVA and UVB, and it can kind of force the skin to go into overdrive and cause too much pigment. So zinc oxide is better in terms of a natural mineral sunscreen to get zinc oxide. But the problem with zinc oxide is it does make you go white and pale, and then you end up having to put on a lot of foundation to cover it up. Which is what I find with the ordinary one. It's very good. It's £5 a tube, but you then have to put on double the amount of foundation to take that pale hue away. Whereas this doesn't do that, and it's got zinc oxide in it. But it's £29, and I don't know how long it's going to last. But I'll keep you posted, because other than that, I think this is very good. She's brought out some moisturiser, cleanser. I'd love to try the cleanser, moisturiser. I do use Heliocare, and I've just finished my Heliocare, Julianne, and I thought I've been dying to try this. So I use Heliocare, and that is good, but I don't think it's not got zinc oxide in it. So when I saw her video about zinc oxide, she may have just said it because she's about to bring out a zinc oxide one, but I've read other articles that said zinc oxide is very good. Heliocare is very, very good as well, but it's about the same price, and as I was running out, I wanted to try this. So Heliocare is about 20, no, it's slightly cheaper actually. I think you'll get it on Amazon for, oh, thank you, Georgina. They keep you sane. Thank you. They keep me sane too. Hello and welcome, Georgina. I haven't seen you on one of my lives before. Yes, so yeah, I do use Heliocare, Julianne, and it's not because I don't like it. It's just because I'd run out of it, and instead of ordering the same one again, I wanted to try this out, and I have to say I'm impressed. So now I'm going to do some. You usually just watch the comments. You usually watch, not comment. Sorry. Yeah, well, thank you. Well, welcome. And some people might want to do that, and that's absolutely fine. If you're too shy to comment, I get that totally. I do that a lot on the crime ones because I don't want to get drawn into arguments with people. Not that we have arguments here, but I like to get. I've been watching a lot about that Chris Watts thing, and I don't like to get drawn into arguments, so I tend not to comment. Hello, Terry. Right, now I'm going to put on some Wonder Glow, and to give me a bit of a Wonder Glow. Where are you? Yes, the group has called themselves the Ali Pallies. So welcome to the Ali Pallies. And I like that because I don't like calling people guys. Hi, guys. It always seems to me to be a bit masculine calling people guys. So I'm putting on Wonder Glow. I'd love a live on an older lady with shimmer, as I can't use shimmer as I have hooded lids. And so have I. Look at that. You can use shimmer. Stick with me, Georgina. You can use shimmer. It's just where you put the shimmer. Okay, I'm going to do another video on hooded lids, I think, because we've got a lot of hoodies watching us. And, oh, I'm going to forget her name. It really frustrates me because I can see her. But on Instagram, a couple of days ago, there's a makeup artist. Is it Katie Hughes? Katie Hughes? I'm sure it is. And she said the benefits of being a hoodie, you can do a Batman wing. And she put this wing and it looked, she opened her eyes and it was like that and then like that. I'll have to get a picture of it or learn how to repost something on Instagram. So it went like that and then it went at a different angle and it looked like a Batman hood. Like that, and then she closed her eyes and it looked like the perfect wing. She relaxed her eyes, looked like the perfect wing. She opened them and it looked like Batman. It was really cool. Katie Hughes, yes. Look at Katie Hughes on Instagram and you'll see it. I think she posted it yesterday or the day before. And she said the benefits of having hooded lids, and she really has got them. Like some people go, oh, look, here's a tutorial on hooded lids, and they haven't got hooded lids. Or they're very slightly hooded. But she really has. And she was looking like this, and then she relaxed her hood, and it was a perfect wing. And she opened it, and there was a kind of Batman symbol. It was really cool. And I want to try and I'm going to try and do it. So when I'm feeling a bit better, I'm going to try and do it because it just looked so cool. I want to try it. I might not do it live though because it could all go very wrong. Anyway, now I'm going to do Light Wonder foundation. So I'm doing a little glowy natural look today. And actually I might get a little bit of my flawless filter as well. There's a lot of hoodies around. And I think a lot of people assume that if you've got hooded lids, it's because of your age. And there is age-related hoodiness. But I've always had hooded lids. I look back because I couldn't remember. To be honest, I'd never actually focused on the fact that I had hooded lids. I didn't know I had hooded lids and I just used to do my eye makeup. So I had to look back at pictures. And actually, I've always had them. They probably got worse with age. They definitely have got worse with age. And certainly since I went on some medication about 6 or 7 years ago to help the spasticity in my legs. So it's a kind of muscle relaxant, but not a sort of, it's a muscle relaxant that works on neurological causes of muscle spasticity. So it wouldn't like work on people that are exercising and need to relax their muscles. It's more one that they use in multiple sclerosis and spina bifida and stroke patients. And it relaxes the muscles. But the problem is I noticed that it did make my eyes more hooded afterwards. And it relaxed muscles I didn't want it to relax. I won't tell you what I called it. It's just... It's called baclofen. Shall I tell you what I called it? Do you want me to tell you what I call my tablet? Fartofen. Oh, it always gets to the humorous thing. I like making myself giggle, and you lot. You know, there's some muscles you don't want to relax. Oh, dear. Right, so I've now put on Light Wonder, which is a mixture of bringing it back to something a little bit sane. So that is Light Wonder in shades 6 and 8 mixed together, which is perfect for me. And when you look at Charlotte's chart that says, right, if you are magic shade this, then you are retouch a shade that, it's on her website. There isn't a shade for Light Wonder for my skin tone. So my magic foundation is perfect 6.75. When you go across and look at Light Wonder, there is a blank. And that's why. You don't need tablets for that. Why would you want to take tablets for that? I suppose, yeah, bloating maybe. Right. Now I need some concealer. So I'm going to use some good old Magic Away. And also I've been trying to get shade 6 Magic Away, and everywhere sold out. I haven't, Charlotte's might not be, but I'm now going to wait until there's an offer on. I was thinking John Lewis might have money off. I tell you what, they have got money off, actually. Anyone's in the UK, you know the palette, the all-in-one palette, which lives in my handbag. Jack, could you find me my handbag, please? Because I want to show these guys what I mean. Oops, be careful, darling. God.
Sorry.
I
think I may be bleeding.
Really?
Oh, no, I'm not.
You all right, darling?
Yeah, just a tiny...
You jumped up and didn't know what you were doing. Could you find me my handbag, please? Okay. If you're not too hurt. There's an all-in-one palette that lives in my handbag of Charlotte's, because it is fantastic for being in your handbag. It's the one that lives permanently in my handbag. So let me find it. My handbag's a bit of a mess. It needs tidying, and it's like the black hole. Where's he gone? Are you saying hello to people? Good.
Yeah, hi, good.
While I look for... Where's he gone? I says it lives in my handbag, and now I can't find it.
Pamela has a new YouTube channel.
Yes, she does. Pamela has a new YouTube channel, and it's called Granny Makeup and Skincare Over the Age of 65. Everyone. Don't believe that. It's... Oh, there it is. It is there. See, it's like the TARDIS, my handbag. Right.
What? Small on the outside, but
this
big on
palette,
the inside.
This palette is reduced to clear on John Lewis. It's obviously not selling well, but it's a really good palette to have in your handbag, because I think it's reduced to something like £33.50 or something, and it had been 45. It'd been 40 something. It's reduced to about £33.50. So you've got the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in shade 2. Then you've got a bronzer and sculptor. You've got 2 blushes, and you've got 2 Oh, I've done it the wrong way around. Sorry. That's the powder. That's the bronzer. There's the 2 blushes. And those are the 2 highlighters. Okay? So if anybody didn't get that before and is interested, it's been reduced to clear. So it probably means it's not selling very well. I don't know why, because it is a really handy little kit to have in your handbag. And it probably means they're not going to bring it back if it's reduced to clear. So if you want that reduced to clear, John Lewis. I don't think it's reduced to clear on Charlotte Tilbury, but John Lewis definitely. Okay, Jack, I haven't set my foundation yet. You're going to end up with foundation on your face.
Wait, what?
Yeah. All right. Okie dokie. Now I need my powder. And my brushes. I'm taking a long time, aren't I, to put my makeup on. And also, again, I don't know her name. I'll have to apologise. I have made a note of the lipsticks, and I've left it on a notepad in the kitchen. Jack, my notepad, my black notepad, please. What would I do without my assistant? After I've done this look.
Your notepad's not in here.
It is in there somewhere. No? It must be.
Nope, can't find it in here.
Well, I can kind of remember.
Oh, what the hell?
Jack, mind your language.
I'm sorry, but I'm just looking for it.
And it's right in front of you.
I look at the notepad.
Becca, under eye setting powder.
I look at the notepad and I'm just like, where is it?
Right, I just written down on here the lipsticks somebody has asked me to model. But I think I might do a Charlotte Tilbury collection, lipstick collection video with just music over the top.
What, just show everything you have?
All the lipsticks I have. It'll probably take about an hour. But I thought I'll model these ones that she's asked for today. And
what's this?
Georgina, was it you that's asked? Because the Instagram names are different. Was it you that asked for Dolly Bird? I know it smells, this powder, and he's just got a whiff of it. Jack, what does it smell of? Tell people what it smells of.
Ow.
What does it smell of? Can you describe the smell?
Wet concrete.
Wet concrete. There you go.
Yeah. Wet or dry concrete. Oh, wait. No. Clay. That's what it was.
Did you just read that comment? You didn't, did you?
What?
He was on the floor. Just as Jack said clay, Julianne said clay. Look.
What?
Look. Just at the moment that she said clay, you said clay.
Oh, jeez. Perfect timing. YouTube, perfect timing. Put that on a list.
Right, now I'm going to do the instant look in a palette, and I'll get a move on now. What do I think of CT brushes? I love them. The only one, let me say, one I'm not so keen on, for one reason only, is this one. This is the Magic. Can you see, actually, if I zoom in? Can you see all the brushes are sort of coming out the edges? And they always seem to molt, these ones. It is really good at putting the Magic foundation on. I got it, when I got my first Magic foundation, I got it in a set with this brush. But it molts. Oh, is Linda going? Bye, Linda. I'll see you later. Yeah, okay, darling. You take care. But yes, I do like Charlotte's.
Linda, bye.
I do like them, and they're very pretty. I think I like the other brushes that I like are Real Techniques.
Are you going to do
I think they're a lot cheaper, and MAC ones for specific items because they're quite expensive. I love the 217 MAC blending brush. Are you going to do
a live stream on Monday?
On Monday?
I mean on Sunday.
No. Well, unless you, what, you're going to make me up? I think Daddy's going to be here, darling, so...
I feel like doing a morning live stream and making you react to what the presents are.
Oh, right, okay. I can do that.
Like me just getting my phone out.
I've got, oh, her teeny eyeliner brush.
Just doing a quick
I've got, I'll show you the brushes that I've got. Charlotte's. I've got most of them, if not all. Jack, what are you doing, please?
Putting my phone on your head.
Do you mean... This is her eyeliner brush. Do you mean this one? I've got that one. And I've got the one in her little kit as well, her little kit. The one she doesn't do anymore is her big bronzer brush. It was very expensive, but I got the set. So it was in the set. She stopped doing that now. She calls this one the bronzer and blusher brush. But this was the original bronzer brush. And if you can see, it's quite a bit bigger than the one she now sells as the bronzer and blush brush. Say that when you've had a few. Bronzer and blush brush. Which do I like and use the most? Have to be this one. This one is so versatile. So this is the Sculpt brush. So you can put your under eye powder on with this. You can put your highlighter on with this. You can contour with this. It's just a really good one for kind of an all-rounder. Definitely that one, I would say, is my favourite of all the Charlottes. You were wrong. Sorry. Oh, you were wrong about which one did you think I was going to say? See, I like her eye brushes, but I just think you can get some really good ones that are cheaper than these. They look lovely. And I do like, if like me, you have back problems and you find it difficult to bend down, the feature that stops them rolling off the desk, off the table, I just wish other people would do it. So if you see that they've got that moulding, so basically you put them on a table, they don't roll. They stay put, they don't roll off. And I just wish Real Techniques would do that. You thought I was going to say the smudge brush. You know my favourite smudge brush? And I've lost it, which is why I haven't been... You know, if I don't use something for a while, it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like something. It means that I've misplaced it or it's buried somewhere and I can't be bothered to find it. But my favourite smudge brush is Daniel Sandler's. It's a really good smudge brush. And I like the Real Techniques one. This Charlotte's, there's nothing wrong with Charlotte's. I just think if you're going to buy one brush on its own as a smudge brush, Daniel Sandler's is about £10, £11. This one's a lot more expensive. And the Real Techniques one is good. But I still think Daniel's one is the best. I'll find it and I can do a video about brushes as well if you want. Now, let me get into... So I've done my powder. I've done my foundation. I'm now going to use my Instant Look in a palette. And I just wanted something to show, to cover up the... I don't like it when you can see the mirror. Anyway, so this is it. So you've got your Prime, Enhance, Smoke, and you've got your bronzer and highlighter and your Swish and Pop. Okay, I can do a brush set talk. So we need to do brush sets, and I'm going to do my lipstick collection. I've got loads of ideas now for upcoming videos. So first of all, I'm going to go in with the prime shade and put this all over my lid. This is so easy, and it just gives you, it's not going to look heavily done up, but it just, you know, when you're not feeling well and you just want to look a bit healthier, fake a bit more sleep, it's just the perfect no makeup. Okay, so that's the prime shade, and then I'm going to go in with the enhanced shade in the middle, and I'm just going to put that over the mobile lid and into the socket. Just gives you a bit of a polished look without looking overly done up. And with the smudge brush, I'll take that underneath, because that will just light up your eyes. If you want to see another tutorial of Charlotte's using this palette, she made up pixiwoo in her Covent Garden store. If you look up pixiwoo, it was Niki she did. If you look up pixiwoo, Niki Chapman and Charlotte Tilbury, and put instant look in a palette, you should be able to find it. If I can find it, I'll post a link under this video. And then, yeah, and I think this is really good. The only thing is that sometimes it's a bit too big if you've got small eyes. And I would say, if you really want to invest in a really good brush for blending into the crease and you've got hooded lids, I would go for the MAC 217. I haven't got it with me now, and I'm just not up to getting up a lot, but I will show it you in my brush video. The other one I've heard is very good is Wayne Goss, although I haven't got it. And there's one particularly for hooded lids, but they are quite expensive. And they're not easy to get in the UK without having to pay customs and stuff, which I don't understand, given that Wayne Goss is actually based in the UK. So I'm now putting the smoke shade into this. Now you could put that into the crease, or you could just put it onto the corner. But because I'm slightly darker, I'm going to put that into the crease, and also it just helps to get rid of that hooded lid effect in the corner. And if you want to intensify it a bit, just take it with the smudge brush and pop a bit more into that corner just to hide the hood. Can you see what I mean? It's not like a heavily... You can order from Beautylish, but because Beautylish is American, I haven't tried, to be honest. I haven't looked into it. So when you order from Beautylish or an American site, you can basically end up getting stung for customs, and there's no logic to it. Like, sometimes I've ordered something, and I always tell you about the time I ordered a lipstick in the sale for £9 from Too Faced and ended up paying 25 in customs, and therefore it was a complete waste of time. And then other times I haven't been charged. I ordered a brush kit in a sale that was about over £100 and wasn't charged a penny. Certain sites will give you a guaranteed all-in price, like Pat McGrath. When I bought my Pat McGrath palette, said if you pay an extra £12 or something, then you're guaranteed that's all you're going to pay, or you can take the risk of being stung for customs at your end. And I just paid the extra 14 quid because I'd rather know what I'm going to spend than suddenly get a shock at this end. Now I'm just putting the highlighter, actually, you know, the highlighter for the face. I'm just putting that up here to highlight under my brow. You might still, I think the two brands work well together. Yes, I'm sure they do, because Wayne is a devout follower of Charlotte. Now, I'm just going to take my finger with that prime shade and just dot a bit more onto the eyelid, just to brighten up my eyelids. So if I was to compare this to any palette, it's not really the same, but to get a similar effect, I think it would be Sophisticate, because although some of these are shimmer shades like that, it does, I'm going to put a bit of that over the top as well. It's still very, it's not really shimmer. It's quite, I was about to use the F word, forgiving. And I don't want to use that anymore. I'm just going to put a little bit more of that smoke taupey shade underneath my eyes. I might put some over as well. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't look like I've slapped myself full of makeup, but it just looks really pretty. And if you think, oh, that looks a bit boring, you can use some of the blusher shades that are in this palette. So I'm going to use one of these and just pop a bit of that in the middle, just to make it look a bit pinker. Yeah, the F word, forgiving. I don't like it. We don't need to be forgiven for being old. And I've used it myself. Yep. I like that. That was just me using some of this. I just put a bit of that to brighten it up a bit, make it slightly more interesting. And that's a good thing about these palettes. Don't think, oh, well, that's for the cheeks, and that's for the eyes, because, come on, all together, ladies. What do I say? Pigment is... Pigment is pigment. Just because something says it's an eyeshadow doesn't mean you can't use it on your cheeks. Right, now I'm going to use the Sculpt shade. Pigment is pigment, exactly. That's my saying. Again, this isn't going to overly sculpt you, just nice and subtle. And then around here. I was going to be really cruel, Julianne, and say that my favourite brush is the one you can't get anymore. But it is nice because it's a big bronzing brush. And I don't know why she stopped selling it. I think with some of her brush collection, she had a lot of complaints about molting. And certainly now, her new brushes, I think her new brushes might... I'm not sure about this Hollywood contour one. I think this is... I'm not sure. Do you guys know? Is this synthetic? I think it might be. It's definitely better quality anyway. And the ones that she bought out in her Pretty Youth filter blushes, they just seem a bit sturdier. I think she probably changed brush manufacturers. And now I'm going to use the highlighter. See how easy this palette is, because you just don't have to move it. Now, I'm going to say there's a few reviewers, and I'm not going to mention names because I'm not trying to be bitchy, but a few reviewers at the time when Charlotte bought out these palettes was going on and on about you can't get your blush brush and your bronzer brush into these palettes. It's useless. Look, you can't get them in. It goes everywhere. And I don't get it. This wasn't meant to be a palette that you use at home with a massive brush. These were meant to be a put it in your handbag, go out the door, and you've got a whole look in a palette. And I just thought it was so unfair, because there were some reviewers saying don't bother getting it because you can't, you know, your brushes are too big for them. They should have been bigger. And I just wanted to scream at the screen and say, but that's not what she made it for. So it's because I get kind of so enthusiastic about makeup, and when somebody criticizes something, that's fine, that's their opinion. But if it doesn't make any sense, logical sense, it just gets me like, I want to scream at the screen and say, but that doesn't make any sense. Why would you have an instant look in a palette that's portable, that you can go out with, that's huge, and the things are huge, so you can get these massive brushes in? Are you going to put that in your handbag? If you were a makeup artist, maybe. But otherwise, you're going to have a smaller brush in your bag, like this one. Anyway, that's my rant over. And now I'm going to use this blush, which is beautiful and just gives you a great instant, hello, I'm alive. I'm not dying. I'm not really sick. I am just healthy. And you can use, if you take a liner brush, glad I've got this out now. If you take a liner brush and you take the dark smoke shade, which is this one here, because it's matte, and I used to do this as well when Jack was in hospital, but you can just use this on your brows. Oh, thank you, Pamela. See? Now, you see how light this is? And yet it works on my brows. Thank you. If you've got a palette, use it to its full potential. That's what I say. And then you can use, again, you can take the same one. You can use that with a liner brush to make a more... I'm showing off now, because you said it was brilliant. But you can use it to make a bigger line. Or you can wet it and make a... This is very like Audrey, actually, this colour. And Audrey is a powder pencil, so it's very similar. Right, so that is... I'm not going to put on liner and mascara today, because as you can see, my eyes have been watering a lot. But imagine, I might put a bit on, actually, just to open my eyes a bit. Actually, I might. Yes. And then I'm going to do the lipsticks that people were asking. This lady was asking for. And I can look at some of your questions. Also, I'm just going to put a little bit of this on, just to give me a bit more of a... Because my face was quite puffy this morning from the... And actually, this is the fair to medium. So if you were thinking about getting the fair to medium contour stick, contour wand, this is what it looks like. And this is the best brush to blend this in. This is the Hollywood contour one. To give me a bit more of a... I can do my nose with this as well. And then use the other side. Take it round and up. Make sure that you link up to there, otherwise it looks daft. Well, it looks like you've drawn it in. Whereas if you take the shadow up where it would naturally go, then it's going to look natural. Now, that doesn't look at all natural at the moment, but then you take your fingers and you pinch your nose all the way up. And it's blended. It's just, you know, good every day, I think. I haven't used it for a while, but I just fancied using it today. That's why I can get away with all the products I have. Because I think, oh, hang on a minute. That palette, I could name you. You know, you could do a generation game. You know, remember generation game where it said you got to remember all the items on the conveyor belt? I've got loads of palettes. I could probably name you 90% of what I've got. And suddenly I wake up and think, oh, I haven't used that palette before in the last month or so. I fancy using that today. And I do rotate them. I'm going to get some mascara. Okay. Eco Tools. Yeah, they're very good actually, Eco Tools. I haven't got one, but they do a good dupe of the Tarte. You know that big chunky brush that I put on the full cover foundation on with? They do a really good dupe of it for about £9. I think that face palette didn't sell well because the colours are so warm. I think also because some people sort of put it on and thought, I can't see any difference. And people buying Charlotte Tilbury, I think a lot of people wanted to see more of a wow. But I just think it looks so natural. When I put some mascara on, I've got to, because otherwise it doesn't do it justice. 1 second, I'll be right back. Right, let me get some mascara on. I'm going to put some of this Dior Maximizer. This is the primer, Dior primer for your lashes. It makes your mascara look a bit thicker when it goes on, because my lashes are flat. And then my favourite of all time, the one thing I don't tend to rotate enough between is mascara, because I just love this mascara. This is Upward Lash by MAC, and I always come back to it. It's my favourite. And I've had an idea just to make this eye look a bit more interesting without making it look too over the top. Sorry, my lives are getting longer and longer. Is it getting annoying, guys? Or do you not mind? I can always put timestamps afterwards so that people can skip to the bits they like. Okay, thank you, Pamela. I'm going to put some of Daniel's green on my lower lash line, waterline, because that will go really nicely with this. It will just, this is what they call a drop shadow. So it just, and green is the opposite of brown. So it will make my eyes pop. If you've got green eyes, you can put brown underneath. And if you've got blue eyes, you can put purple. I just put a little bit in the corner there. You see how it just brings the eyes forward a bit more? Or you could put her eye cheat. And then we get to the lipsticks. Now, I have a list. That's why I asked Jack to get me the notebook. Excuse me, being off camera a minute. I'm just putting things back. You're not going to skip anything. Oh, that's great. Lovely. Right. So, I made a quick note before I came on of this question. So this lady was asking about a lot of lipsticks. I had to make a quick note. So she wanted to see Dolly Bird, Blondie Ibiza, Stoned Rose and Coachella Coral. And Very Victoria. So that should keep me going for a few minutes. Come on, eyes, stop watering. So I'm going to put Pillow Talk, because Pillow Talk will go. She was saying also what lip liners will go. Now, if you don't know what lip liner to get, then you just get Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk will go with any lipstick in your collection. If you're darker, you can get Super Size Me. And that will also go, because it's a darker version. If you look at this, that's Pillow Talk and that's Super Size Me. It's just a darker version of Pillow Talk, right? Either one of those will go with everything. The reason being is it just looks like your lips, but better. So it's not going with the lipstick, it's going with your lips. Now, if you don't fill those in, you could put red on if you want, you know, because you're not filling it in. You know, if you fill them in, it's going to perhaps change the colour a bit too much. You put over the top if you put a bright colour. But if you don't fill them in, you've lined your lips and you've evened out the lip line. And it will go with any lipstick. So just get Pillow Talk or Super Size Me if you're a bit darker. I'll show you Super Size Me. I'll put that over the top. You see how that's a bit closer to my lip colour? And then you haven't got to worry about matching it to your lipstick. Right, Dolly Bird. I'm sure I've got Dolly Bird. Have I got Dolly Bird? I don't know. Pin Up Pink. Dolly Bird. Yeah, I have. I'd forgotten I had Dolly Bird. I perhaps couldn't remember all my lipsticks. I think that would be pushing my memory somehow. Right, so this is Dolly Bird. And actually, this will go beautifully with this look. And this is one of those Hollywood lips. So that's Dolly Bird. So it's a nice light pink. Nice spring pink. I don't have any Vise Art palettes. Now, one of you was saying, I don't know, Diva, but just changing the subject. One of you was saying that you'd bought another makeup palettes and that they were really good. And I do like the look of them on Beauty Bay. The Vise Art minis do look great. Yeah. And I'm very tempted to get the Jeffrey's new palette, Jeffree Star's new palette, but it's not available yet in the UK, and I'm not buying it from the US. But it is available in the US now, apparently, if it hasn't already sold out. Did you get yours, Pamela? So that is Dolly Bird. Then we have Stoned Rose. Oh, well done, Pamela. Can you show it on your channel, please? We'd love to see it. And so we want Stoned Rose. Stoned Rose, I love Stoned Rose. I tell you what would be really difficult is to do a top 10 lipsticks. Because there's certain ones that I love, but whether I could put them in order, because it's all about, like, I wake up and I have a certain mood, and I think I'd probably pick Stoned Rose with this palette, actually, out of all of them. As Charlotte would say, it's just the perfect combination of pink and warmer tone. When am I moving? Good question. What's really holding it up now is my foot. Trying to get this place ready to get out. So in the next few months, I might have to come off for a while I move. But what I might do is, so when I've packed up all my makeup, which will probably take me about 2 years, what I'll do, just keep the channel going and to keep you updated, is perhaps do a few vlogs. Like, look, this is our moving day and me in the car and me getting stressed and whatever. Do a few quick vlogs, and then so that you know I'm still around. But you might have to go without makeup videos for a few weeks. Yeah, when she said, what was it she said? The lustrous look of light or something. And you can tell she sits and thinks about little keynote phrases, like she came up with a new one and I can't remember what it was in that video. Something, oh, you own it to show it, or I can't remember. But she's like, with the flawless filter, she said, beneath it, blend it, beneath it, bling it. I always forget it all. Beneath it, blend it. Someone remind me, there were 4 things. It's going to annoy me now. Beneath it, blend it, something else, and bling it. Anyway, that's Stoned Rose. But she wanted to see Stoned Rose with Blondie over the top, which is a nice combo. So I will do that. Now, Blondie is a lip luster. And I will show you. Now, I've had 2 people ask me the same question on Instagram. So I'm glad that I'm able to show this on my channel, because if 2 people are asking, then other people might be wondering. So these are the 2 lip lusters, and people were saying they couldn't decide which one to buy. Now, these are 2 of Charlotte's lip lusters. They're quite transparent, so they're quite good at putting over other lipsticks or to have a natural look on their own. Blend it, thank you. Blend it, beneath it, blend. Sorry, guys, the reason you lost the feed is because my other half wasn't listening. I told him I was going live. Mind you, I've gone on a long time. Sorry, guys, it was me. I got a phone call in the middle and it cut off the feed because I'm doing this on my phone. Are you all still there? Anyone? I'm still here. I'm still here. Is everybody still there, or they've left me? Okay. All right, so where I was at, sorry about that, guys. He rang me up, but he is helping me, saying what food can he pick up. So I really didn't want to cut him off and say, I'm doing a live, leave me alone, because he was trying to get me some food and stuff. because I can't look at food much at the moment. So I've often been asked this. So this is, so Ibiza Nights. Let me swatch this. So this is Ibiza Nights, and it's part of the Golden Goddess look. So if you buy the Golden Goddess look, this is the lip luster that you will get. It's beautiful, but it's very transparent, and it's got a gold fleck to it. So it looks lovely. You've lost me. Have you found me again? Please say you found me. Should still be there. Can everyone else see me? Right, I'm going to carry on until someone else says they've lost me as well. Right, okay. And then, I hope, Georgina, oh, you're back. That's it. Sorry about that. I got a phone call in the middle. And this one here is Blondie, right? So they're very similar, but Blondie has got a pink undertone to it, and Ibiza has got a kind of more gold undertone to it. So the way that I answered these two people that said I can't decide whether to get Ibiza Nights or Blondie is, if you would reach for a gold highlighter, then go for Ibiza. And if you would reach for a rose gold highlighter, then go for Blondie. But they're both quite similar. No, they're very transparent. I think they're more like lip toppers, or you might want to use them on their own. So let me just show you, because she wanted to see what Blondie looked like over this. Now, the other thing I don't like is that once you dip this, then I have to wipe it, because otherwise I'm sticking the more pigment back into this. It just gives it a bit more sparkle. I'll dip it a bit. See? Or I'll show you what it's like on its own. So that is Stoned Rose with Blondie over the top, which looks very nice. Or if you wanted a really natural look to go with this, they're quite nice in the summer to wear on their own. But they're not pigmented glosses. They're more toppers. They're quite transparent. So that is Blondie on its own. Okay, so I'll do you a quick close up. Now I'm going to show you Ibiza on its own, because there's a subtle difference. Right, Ibiza on its own. It's nice, isn't it? So Ibiza on its own has just not got that pink fleck to it. Now, Ibiza is part of Golden Goddess, as I said, and Golden Goddess lipstick is Stoned Rose.
Oh my gosh, Mum. Look.
And I put Blondie over Stoned Rose, but not Ibiza. Yes, darling? What? Have you bruised your arm?
Nah. It's just been marked.
All right. So that is Ibiza on its own. Okay, so moving on. I was asked about Very Victoria. Now, this lady said, Very Victoria or Pillow Talk, what's your favourite? And I really said, I'm sorry, I can't answer that, because for me, it is more about, I like them both equally. And I really couldn't, if I had to decide, it would be very difficult, I think, because it really does depend for me on the mood that I'm in. And that's why I should try and do my top 10. I'll probably have to sit down and work it out for weeks to come up with my top 10. I mean, I did actually say in my top 10 before that my favourite one was bitch perfect, or as me and Jack call it, bleep perfect. But, and it is really, it is one of my, I think it's my all-time favourite. But when I'm in a mood for wearing something brighter, then obviously I'm in the mood for something brighter. It's really difficult. I suppose if I did have, like, if I had one favourite that I loved wearing all the time, then what would be the purpose of me having so many lipsticks? It would be a bit of a waste of time, really. There'd just be a collection that would be sitting there. And that's why I have all these, because I just change my mood all the time. I've just found Coachella Coral, which was another one on her list. So I'm going to do that one next. Yeah, maybe brights, subtles, something like that. So that is a lovely spring lipstick. It's bright, but it's not too bright. You know, if Hot Emily intimidates you, then go for Coachella Coral. And she wanted to see what Blondie looked like over the top of that, so I'll do that. That's just going to give it a bit more of a shimmer. I will not put this back in there with other lipstick on it. Okay, so that is Coachella Coral with Blondie. Still haven't found Very Victoria. I think that was the only other one that she asked to see. And the one that Charlotte paired with this look when she made up Pixiwoo is Miranda May. So I'll finish with Miranda May, but I'm just going to see if I can find Very Victoria first. I don't know what I've done with it. Where are you, Very Victoria? I might have to do Very Victoria in another one. Oh, Velvet Underground, I think, was on a... Oh, no, that's one she's already got. The infamous Sunset Lover. I've kept it because I mix it sometimes with other things. But as you'll know, Sunset Lover was the only lipstick that I ever gave a bad review on of Charlotte's. It was awful. Really awful. I just don't know how they got away with... I'm sure that they must have used a different manufacturer. They were thinking they were going to try and cut corners, because it was like some kind of cheap lipstick out of a toy makeup set. It's terrible. Anyway, he's Very Victoria. So Very Victoria is a brilliant nude on my skin colour, and very similar to Supermodel. It was one of my favourite nudes until I got Supermodel. And I would probably say, actually, if I was looking at Very Victoria now, I would go for Supermodel instead. This is just a little bit paler. Supermodel just gives a little bit more life to the lips and looks a little bit more nude on darker skin. But that's for my skin tone. So it really does depend on your skin tone. If Supermodel is a bit dark for you, then this might be a better option. Or very, very similar to Super 90s. Very similar. Not much in it at all. Okay. So I'm going to finish with Miranda May, because that's what Charlotte put on with this look. And it does look nice, and it brightens your complexion, and it's just the kind of, I'm going to put a little bit more of this Supersize Me on. And then I'm going to put on Miranda May. I think that goes with this perfectly. Doesn't overwhelm the eyes, but it brightens up the face. I'm going to put a pop of that here. Still waiting on my Daniel Sandler blushes. I've got 2 of his new shades, and as soon as I get them, I'm going to do a review. He hasn't got any of the samples ready yet, so I can't show you all of them yet, but I've bought 2 of them because I like them. A highlighter that is a warmer highlighter, because he only did icing before, and that was quite cool. So this one's warm, and a new formula, so I'm just intrigued to try them. Anyway, I just thought that would warm up my face a bit more. And I'm going to, as it's here, I'm going to put a bit of this Studio 10 Glow Plexion instead of my Flawless Filter, which is not here at the moment. I'm going to use this Studio 10 Glow Plexion. Just a tiny bit. It's still going. I've still got some left, even though there's only 15 mils in there. So you can put this over your foundation as well as a primer. And it's just going to give you a bit more of a healthy glow. You can put it over your, you can put it in the middle of your lips if you want, just to give you a bit of an ombre, like that. This is when I start playing, you see. I always play at the end. It's like, oh, let's put that there, and let's put that there, and oh, let's try that there, and let's pop a bit of that in there. I love the finishing touches. There you go. That's me done. Sorry it's taken so long, guys, but I hope you've enjoyed today's video. And I've enjoyed.
I finally get to play Fortnite.
Yeah, I told him he wasn't to play Fortnite because it interrupts the Wi-Fi connection. So I hope you've enjoyed today. Please catch me soon. I will put up some videos as soon as I can. Just editing some of them at the moment is a bit, because I'm just feeling lousy. But it's great talking to you guys because you give me the energy to keep going. So thank you so much. And join me very soon. I will put out, hopefully, a video on Monday. And have a great weekend. Have a great Mother's Day. And if I may come on, because Jack wants me to do a live unboxing. And are you going to tell everyone what you bought me on your channel? I won't watch it if you do.
What if I, before I, like at the start of the live stream I'm going to do tomorrow,
yeah,
about you opening your presents.
What, on your channel?
Yeah, on my channel.
Oh, you trying to get everyone over onto yours?
Okay, then I'll do it on your channel. I'll go
do it. Do both. Do both. Do both. We'll do it on both. Oh, or we video it and put it on both. Anyway, we'll sort it out.
Yeah.
We're going to unbox my Mother's Day tomorrow. Either on my channel, but I'll let you all know. All right, take care. Have a lovely day.
You're going to check it on your channel, maybe. So.
Okay.